Hi everyone, welcome to Quinta Barenta, our 3-acre farm in central Portugal. We are Justin and Barbara and moved here in November 2023 with our Labrador Guinness. Come and join us as we document the highs, lows and daily life renovating and restoring our beautiful Quinta and farmhouse. Watch the journey of our new lives in the countryside.
Hi there, welcome back to the farm. We've had a bit of a topsy-turvy couple of weeks. As we alluded to in the last video, poor old Barbara came down with a terrible chesty cough to the point where she had to go and get tested for whooping cough of all things. Luckily that's turned out to be negative, but she is on antibiotics. I haven't shrugged off my cough either, so it has been a little bit of an up and down few weeks. The reason I'm down here is a little update on where we are with the water. We are going to actually have 3 rings put in here now, just to raise it above, slightly above ground level. It should come up to about there. And we are going to raise the overflow to one of the other higher rings and cement off where the hole is now. But at the moment the water is still flowing very well, so we're quite pleased with that. And we're now going to show you some other bits and pieces we've been up to on the farm. And as you can see, we've had a pile of bricks delivered, or blocks, and a big pile of stone and sand. So at last things are beginning to get towards the building stage. We have scaffolding, we have a concrete mixer and cement, and we start preparing for some new arrivals at the farm. Afternoon. At long last, we're actually going to build our greenhouse stroke polytunnel. It's been sat here for the last, I'm going to say about 2 months, but hey, there you go. And we learnt a lesson there that don't leave it out for 2 months, because it did get moved once, the box got ripped, instructions got wet, so we just had to download a whole new load of instructions. We're not going to finish this today. What we're going to do is get the frame up, or as much of the base of the frame up. Then I've got some concrete blocks there which I'm going to fill with cement as well. They're going to go into the ground as an extra way of tying the frame down to the ground. The actual cover itself is going to be buried. The last 30 centimeters is buried into the ground. Plus we've got some option of some concrete sleepers should we need to put them down. So yeah. So this is part 1 of, well, 2 parts I guess. This is all to do with our newest arrivals, which are coming in a couple of weeks time, which is some chickens. So in this box here is a chicken house. We also have a separate box which is a outdoor run for them that's fully caged in, etc. So I'm going to be unpacking this and yeah, see exactly what we got.
And attempting to put it together.
Yeah. So bit by bit maybe. So that's it all unpacked, and yeah, let the puzzle begin basically. So we've agreed on the final position to put the polytunnel, which is going to be here. We've marked out a rectangle for the base of the actual polytunnel, because when you put the cover on, you have to sink the bottom edge of the cover at least 20 centimeters into the ground. So we're going to dig a trench all the way around. What we're also going to do is insert some blocks into the ground, fill them with cement, put hooks over the bottom of the frame to hold the frame down as well, just as a bit of extra security. So that's what we're going to do now.
So if you've seen in our previous videos, Guinness always likes to be where we are, but it's a really hot day today. So we've just done a very makeshift little canopy for him to keep the sun off him so he can see where we are. And he's quite happy here. Got a drink, he's in the shade, and he's watching what we're doing. Is that good? Is that good? And a nice little bit of breeze coming through for him.
Yeah, there's not, well, I'm not saying they've appeared from nowhere, but they've just suddenly become all ripe all at the same time, haven't they?
Yeah, we should have been picking a few more. That's all right, I'll freeze them anyway. So.
Okay. So polytunnel inspector has arrived, and yeah, so it's up. We've got the cover on. We've got concrete bricks in the ground, filled with a little bit of cement, and that is also onto the actual metal frame
With rebar.
We've put these things, you get what you pay for with these polytunnels, so it's not a perfect fit, but the bit of extra material they give you that they tell you to put into the ground, we've done that. We've put concrete posts on top of those, so that's going to hold it down, plus a layer of earth. We've also raked all this. We've got rid of the majority of the bigger stones out. This part of this terrace is quite stony anyway, so we're going to put a membrane down for the time being. We're not entirely sure whether or not we're going to grow things per se in here, or whether or not it's going to be more for winter growing, but it will certainly be used to bringing on seeds and things like that. I'll build a couple of benches for doing all that side of stuff. We've also got a lime tree which will do very nicely in here, the little finger lime one.
Oh, the funny.
Yeah, the funny finger
one.
lime thing. So yeah, so we've got this membrane. We've got to cut this to size and stake it out. That's the weed suppressant, whatever you want to call it, put in. We've left an overhang of about 15-16 centimetres all the way around, just so we can run it up the sides of the back if we need to. So Barbara can either plant through this, or we can make a big hole in one area, plant directly into the soil.
Or raised beds.
Or raised beds or whatever, yeah. I've now got to build out of pallets because I'm tight. I've got to build a little sort of area so Barbara can work on, like a bench or something like that. Yeah, you know, like I say, we might get a couple of seasons out of this, who knows. But
we'll see how we go with it.
Yeah, I'd say it's just, the cover doesn't fit very well. That's the annoying thing, and you've got no adjustment on the frame. So, you know, it's just...
And also we were disappointed there was no extra ties to...
No, there's only 4 places, sorry, 6 places, 4 places you can tie this to, which is there, and the same at either end. So it's not very, it's not like it's held to the frame in any way. It's only really the weight of the slabs and everything. But look, it is what it is. We have to just get on and live with it.
And we'll see how we go with it.
So, what was it, 140 euros or something?
No, it was more than that.
Was it more than that?
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's warm in there, isn't it, Gin? Yeah, whatever, Dad.
Do you approve, Gin? Not really, no? in this nest we have 3 baby black redstarts. The mother decided to make her nest in the windowsill in the bathroom of the house. So at the moment we're trying to stay out of there as much as we can, because as you can see she's coming all throughout the day feeding them, so we try not to disturb her. So we think they'll probably be in the nest for another 10 to 15 days and then they'll be off, and then we can get in the house and start renovating.